In this video, we're going to look at the rate of change formula. As you can see, the formula for rate of change is a fraction. In the numerator, we have to put the change between two y values. And in the denominator, we need to put the change between two x values. So let's look at an example. In this table, we see that the x's are measuring the number of people attending a play. And the y column is measuring the total box office ticket profit. So the formula says I need to start by finding the change between two y values. So I've picked the first two y values. I've indicated that with stars. The change between those two y values, $150 and $350, the change between those values is $200. Remember, to find change, you would just subtract them, right? $350 minus $150 is $200. So the numerator in this formula is going to be 200. Now the denominator says find a change between two x values. I can't pick any old x values I want. I have to pick the x values that go with the y values I picked. So I have to use 50 and 100. That's why the stars are in the rows, and it applies to both the x and the y. So the change in the x between 50 and 100 is 50. So my denominator is going to be 50. So the formula says divide the change in the y's by the change in the x's. So my change in y was $200, and my change in x was $50. So that means that $4 per person, that's the rate of change for this problem. For every person that comes to this play, the box office is making a profit of $4. Let's take a look at another example. In this example, the x column is measuring the number of movies attended, and the y column is measuring the total rewards points earned. So you can see that I'm going to use the second row and the fourth row in this table. It doesn't actually matter which rows you pick, as long as the table is linear. And if you pick two different rows than I do, if it's linear, you'll get the same answer as me. But I'm going to use the second row and the fourth row as indicated by those little squares there. So the change between the two y values I picked, the change between 440 rewards points and 720 rewards points, the difference between those two numbers is 280 points. So that's my numerator. And the difference between the number of movies attended, 8 and 15, the difference between those two numbers is 7 movies. So I need to divide 280 points by 7 movies, and that will get us the rate of change of 40 points per movie. So you must get 40 reward points every time you attend another movie. Finally, the last example. The x column is measuring days since a fundraiser started, and the y column is measuring a bank account balance for a charity. So you can see I've chosen the second and third row. The change between the two y values, the difference between $1,700 and $3,275, the difference between those two numbers is $1,575. Remember, to find the change between two numbers, just subtract them. The difference between the x values I chose, 12 and 30, the difference is 18 days. So the rate of change here is $1,575 divided by 18 days. That works out to $87.50 per day. So one more time, to find rate of change, you just pick two y values from the problem and find the difference between them, find how much they change. Then you find the change between the two x values that correspond to the y values you pick. And then you just divide those two numbers. And it's always y in the numerator and x in the denominator. It's always y divided by x. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.